Welcome to Post Fame Plus, bonus content from Almost Famous Enough. It's like Post Fame, but also Plus, with Alexi and Glen.
Seemed so upset that I had it wrong.
Well, I was like, well, crap, because what if you have it wrong? And now we're both doing an album.
And then we would be sitting here unprepared, which we're already wearing a little bit of unpreparedness openly because it's Thursday.
Yeah.
As we record this, which normally we would have posted it. We've posted Thursday morning since we started. That's our schedule. Yeah. And you and I both completely blitzed on what day it was.
Like,
so
I wish we could go back in time and watch our conversation last night because we probably just seemed like insane people.
Yeah, because we were just talking like it was the day before.
Yeah.
Clearly, like 100%. Well, we've probably disappointed 20 people, so I apologize to those 20 people who might have expected something this morning. I'm being a little facetious, of course, but that's the way it goes. Okay, well, this is number 4, Lexi,
Yeah.
and of Post Fame Plus, our summer series between myself, your host Glen Erickson, and Alexi Erickson, also your host. Yeah, so let's kick right into it, except I don't remember who usually took a turn to go first. So in our exchange of one person bring a song, one person bring an album, we're on our 4th installment, and what we were just laughing about is it sounded like I was confused. Once again, I really wasn't, because I've just been sitting here pulling together stuff. So I'm doing the song, you're doing the whole album.
Yes.
Which is great. Okay. So why don't we... I just like it when you go first. So I don't know if we're breaking whatever. Did we do it the other way around before? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's song
It was
first.
always... Okay, then we'll stick to it. I thought you didn't remember either, and so that I could just go dealer's choice. But apparently no dealer's choice for me. Okay, well, song first. And I told you last week that there was an Easter egg in there because you said something about the album that you had, and it was sort of spurred on by something.
Yes.
It was spurred on by something, and I can't remember actually at the exact moment how all of that went down. But then I said, well, my song is actually, there's an Easter egg in a part of what our conversation was. So the part of our conversation was about people who have appeared and played at our Folk Fest, which I've been very grateful and had incredible privilege through some of the work that I do with the Edmonton Folk Fest to have had like all access passes for over a decade now for me and the family. And so there's no excuse, I guess is what I'm saying, that I should have missed anybody or had every opportunity to see people and been well informed. And yet I continually have a regret, almost it feels like every year. So this is one of my regrets.
Can I guess?
Oh, yeah, you can guess.
Okay, I remember.
I know what you're probably going to guess. So
is it,
I'll just let you know. I have a guess about your guess.
No. Is it? I don't know how to say her last name though. Angie McMahon? McMahon? No.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, you have to understand how that name is spoken. It's pretty important.
Is it her?
No, it's not, but I knew that was my guess of who you would guess.
Someone that you missed and was...
No, you're not wrong. Like in the top 2 songs that I absolutely adore by artists that I've missed at our Folk Fest, and I'm like horribly embarrassed. That's one of them. That was maybe actually number 1, but that's not my choice for today.
Oh.
Yeah. So my choice for today is a different artist whose name is Kevin Morby. And Kevin Morby, I had completely missed. And then in a playlist that I share with my 2 best friends, Greg and Joel, Greg posted, and nobody's done this at all yet, it's sharing songs. And he posted the entire record by this guy, Kevin Morby. So the record is called This Is a Photograph. The song is called This Is a Photograph. So I want to share that song. And the reason that it came back to me recently is I've been listening to more and more deep cuts from the Song Exploder podcast, which goes all the way back to like I think 2015. Like it's been one of the oldest, most consistent ones. So there's a lot of material to mine, and I was just kind of thumbing through it. And am I keeping you up, Lexi?
No, I've been working 8 days in a row.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. Okay, so I was thumbing through Song Exploder, and then I saw this song was in there, and I thought, oh, that's awesome. Like, I didn't think that would necessarily make the cut on a Song Exploder episode, and I listened to it, and it turned out just to actually be one of my favorite Song Exploder episodes. So the song "This Is a Photograph" from that album, and the podcast, if anybody wants to go back and listen to it, it's from, I think, 2022. So it's a while back, like just after the song was released. Kevin Morby, so I love his voice. So his voice to me is like the modern day almost. It's got like a Lou Reed quality. Like at first I thought, because he's, a lot of his stuff can be pretty more in the indie folk world. I start thinking Bob Dylan, just the way he just kind of gives away vowels and just lets words kind of fall off at the end all the time, and in some instances almost talk sings, it feels like. Yeah. Which is very, I think, universally Dylan-esque to people. But the smoothness of the tone and the way he still moves between words, like vocally, tonally, is so Lou Reed to me, which is another very old Velvet Underground throwback, but just somebody who's really famous for that. And it's so smooth. And the song, so the reason I wanted to share it as like a song that I would share to anybody is because, number one, it sits in this canon of incredible songs I can't believe I didn't get to see live. Like, it just went right under my radar and past me, and then now I listen to it a lot. I just can't. I go back to it a lot. It is based on two things I love. It's just got this undeniable little guitar lick, and it basically almost runs the whole way through, and it's really cool. And when I hear him talk about it and describe how he built the song, and how he was actually listening to some other very well-known song where the phrase of the guitar lick kind of goes up at the end, and he was just messing around with something that sounded similar, and then he just let it go down, and then as soon as that happened, he was like, oh, I've got something here. And then he just kept repeating it, and then he just started building words over top. And then it's this story about his dad and being with his family and finding these old photographs. And the story, the more he keeps telling it, is just so literal. And I don't know if you encounter where you listen to a song and you think the lyrics are these like actual things that happened. Do you know what I mean? Because the pieces all are just, those are just too exact to not, to get pieced together that way. And so he's like, essentially, he was literally inspired by a photograph they found of his dad, and then he starts talking about sort of the picture his dad had of in his mind of when he was young, and his dad sort of dealing with sickness, and he essentially does. He kind of quotes a famous era of boxing in the world, in the mainstream world, between these two boxers, Sugar Ray and Roberto Duran, and this famous fight, which was a rematch when this, I think, Mexican boxer, Roberto Duran, basically said no mas and just walked off. He's just like, no more. He knew he was losing or something. And he basically quotes all this as, because it was his dad's favorite thing to watch, and he talked about that thing all the time. And then it was a metaphor also for his dad kind of like being really kind of cocky at the world in some difficult times and stuff. Anyhow, the whole piecing together of it made so much sense, and the song is just so, sometimes a song to me is so perfectly written, it feels like somebody grabbed it down out of the universe. Do you know what I mean? Like it was already made, and somebody was just lucky enough to have stumbled upon it that day. It's one of those kinds of songs. So to me, I absolutely love it. I'm so sad I ever missed seeing it played live closer to the heyday of when that came out, just that same energy. But maybe I'll get another chance to see the guy. But there's a lot to that song, a lot to that meaning. I think if anybody's interested at all, they should also listen to that Song Exploder episode and get all the background on how he wrote the song. So,
I like that.
Yeah, that's it. That's me.
Well, maybe he'll come back to Folk Fest, and then you'll get another chance. My turn?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no other turns.
I'm kidding. Okay, I feel like this one's also predictable, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't even have really a story for it. It's just kind of, I don't know. When I first listened to it, I think the first thing I told you was like, oh, it's just like a zero skip album. And some of the songs feel so different. And when you listen to them like individually, you're like, how are these in the same album? And then when you listen to the whole album like as a whole, and you're like, oh, like these are meant to all be in the same album. But this is her, Garden State Vampire by Joe P. It's also very short and sweet, and I really like it. It's 37 minutes, I think 11 songs, which is very short for an album.
That's interesting. Well, it's interesting you point that out because I mean, he's one of 100 now to cover Bruce Springsteen's I'm on Fire, which you shared with me. But it's a shorter version of I'm on Fire. I don't think he even makes it to 2 minutes before he finishes.
Not 100. A minute 57.
Yeah. You could have said 157 seconds. We'd accept it.
Thank you.
But it wouldn't be accurate because that's not right either. Yeah, so the guy likes short sweet music.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like it. Like the one song, Birthday Baby. It's like pretty slow and like, for lack of a better term in the moment, like almost like a sad or slower song. And then there's other ones like Off My Mind or like She Got Me, like other ones that are super upbeat. And one or two on there are like very, very fast paced. But they just all work and they're all good. There's no skips. I like all of them. When I first listened, I didn't like two of the songs so much. But they very heavily grew on me. And so now I'm a big fan. But yeah.
Well, I mean, Off My Mind is on multiple playlists of mine now, thanks to you. And probably a song that if I feel like I need to share something newish to somebody that wouldn't know them and maybe also be surprised that old man Glen is still in touch, I would probably pick. That would be one of the songs that I would pick because I just think it's really good. I'm curious about your feeling about them being very different, because if I listen to a record and at first the songs seem quite different, I feel like the songwriter maybe just was still in a phase that they hadn't fully found themselves, like they still felt like they needed to try a bunch of different things. But you're saying when you listen to it, like you realize that all of these are meant to be together.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, it's not even like undertones, it's just like they all make sense. Maybe it's like the lyrics or the like general kind of portrayed feeling, or the maybe the feeling that the songs leave you with. But like they're all just quite different, but they all make like kind of, I don't know, make me feel the same type of way. And it's just such a good album for like, I can just hit shuffle on the thing in so many different like times, like if I'm driving to work or like getting ready for the day, or like with people chatting in the car and I need like background music, or I'm like studying. Like it's just one of those albums that I think that's the other reason I chose it, is like it's not often that I save an album on Spotify instead of just like add songs from it to like playlist. Or like I know that I can just, if I want to listen to an album in its whole, that I can just search it and I don't need to be like lazy. But I don't often enough do that I save one. But it's one of like I think 3 that I have like the album downloaded and saved. So that when I go to like my playlists, the album as a whole is also there, because I so often just go and play it as a whole. And I want it on CD so bad, but it's so expensive.
That's crazy that we'd have to say that that's so expensive.
Right?
But I mean, that's an interesting feeling, because I think you're right. Like I less and less, if I go and look and I think I just want to play an album start to finish, I feel like I'm going back to my old standard favorites, and that's it. I'm either going to pick one of 4 records by The National, or one of 3 records by The War on Drugs, or or Bleachers, or a couple of these. But I mean, all of those are from quite a while ago. I feel like you're right. Less and less. Well, am I allowed to give an honorable mention even though it's out of turn?
Is it an album too?
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy. Yeah, go ahead.
So, well, because we're just talking about the experience of it.
Yeah.
So the brand new record by this guy, Ken Yates, who is a favorite. I only share him. I don't know anybody else who knows Ken Yates. A Canadian artist, I'm pretty sure.
Is he your underground
with Mike Angus of the band. So Mike and I share the love of this guy, and I think Mike introduced him to me, to be honest. And at first I think we listened to some of his early stuff and thought his voice had an Andy Schaaf quality, and so we were just interested in it, but the music was a little different. But this record feels more like Donovan Woods a little bit with the vocals, but the whole album is consistent. So it's not like your Joe P. It's the songs all feel like they're cut from the exact same cloth.
Okay.
But some of them have just that little bit more character. And if every other song kind of has like real character despite things feeling the same, I don't know, that's really attractive. And I was driving the other night because it was about the 4th time I listened to this thing in a row, so you'll have a chuckle about that. But and the only phrase that came to mind was like, this whole record feels like a warm blanket to me. Like, and I really liked it, and I've missed having one of those.
I like that.
Right? Yeah. That's cool.
Cute.
That's cool. Well, I'm glad you brought that one up, because I think out of all the music you introduced me to, that Joe P record might be my favorite of all of them.
It's a good one.
So,
you know, I was gonna prank you.
Yeah.
Mom and I were talking, and I was gonna like say one of the Blue Rodeo albums, and be so serious about it for a few minutes, and then I
would never take you seriously if you tried that.
I was like, I think I would say the name, and you would be like, okay, come on now, like.
That's funny. Who opened your door behind you? The dog?
The dog.
Okay. We can't get mad at the dog then.
Well, also because my door is like
doesn't
she knows.
Close, I know.
Well, no, but she learned how to open it even when I have it shut.
Oh, smart Doge.
There's no stopping her now.
Smart Doge. Well, why wouldn't she want to come in and be with you?
Yeah,
that's so
not?
sweet. Okay, 2 quick things while we wrap up this little summer mini series.
Yeah.
Because then we're going to take a few weeks off before we launch season 2.
Yes.
Which we're excited about, and we're already recording episodes in the can, they like to say in the biz. I love it. I'm so happy about where things have already started, which is going to be great. But so 2 things I wanted to draw attention to. One was specifically around a partnership that we've kind of signed on to. So the very last episode of season 1, right, was my friend Jessica Lemmon of Lemmon Entertainment and the Lemmon Stage. And they are doing this thing called Music Day in Canada. And they did it last year, and it's like an initiative to start promoting both venues and kind of up-and-coming artists in places, and just kind of give that grassroots focus, and trying to expand it this year, which I think is exciting, into more cities and more exposure. And so we decided that we'd partner on that, and that Almost Famous Enough would maybe do a version of, we're still working out the details, like a little side bonus. So you can look forward to hearing more of that from us. And on our socials, I'll be sharing a lot of their things as well, and then working towards building some content around promoting all of that, and hopefully getting people to buy into supporting some local efforts in their places across the country. And we love a national focus thing.
Yes. Because
it's very easy for us to get Edmonton and Alberta focused. So that's great. So that's number 1 I would want people to pay attention to. Number 2, the other reason I would ask any listeners to pay attention to the socials is I'll probably be doing some of my shameless pleading for people to do what they can if they appreciate our efforts and what we're loving to do with the podcast. The only way to crack the algorithms, everybody knows it, is some version of authentic engagement, so to speak, right? Engagement, air quotes. But I need real people, if they care even a little bit and make an effort to either share a thing or click on a thing or listen to a thing all the way through. Yeah, that's the only way for me to sort of be able to grow things really well. Besides the obvious, which is like work hard at making a good podcast for people, which is actually all that you and I really care about. But you can't, you get, even good things get buried. And so I have to be willing to ask for help. So I may be out there asking for people's help as we get rolling with season 2 to kick it off with a bang. That's all.
Yeah, okay.
That's it. I'm not going to ask you to put it all over your socials. Don't worry.
I'm just a girl.
You just, oh, that's the answer. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. That seems to cover so many different things. I don't know how or where it came from, but good for you. Okay. That works for me. Thanks for doing the fun series with me. It's been
Even though
been
it's
a lot of fun.
Thursday?
Yeah, well, we could have just slid over that, but I guess
Oh.
it's the fun is more important than the mistakes. Alexi.
Yeah, I think we killed it regardless, so it's okay.
Okay, good. I'm glad you think so. Okay, thank you. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, bye.